But that's Juan's autograph. Yes, it is. And it even says "To my dearest Wendy" on it. That's me, right? Right? My name is Wendy Oldbag, so that Wendy has to be me, right? Maybe he had like a girlfriend? Ex-girlfriend called Wendy? I have no idea. Well, it may say Wendy, but somehow I don't think Juan had this Wendy in mind when he signed it. Oh, please, give it to me. Let me have it, please. I can't let you have it just like that. Yes, I know. And how about an exchange? Aw, not quite all of them. Damn. Ah. Oh well. Well, she must really want this autograph. My offer isn't good enough for you? Fine, Mr. Wright, you win. Wendy Oldbag ready to open up her heart. All for my dearest Juan. Oh, there we go. Wow. Well, that was the easiest unlock ever. 4 Cyclops in one go. Autograph given to Wendy Dearest. Alright, so now we can actually talk about what you witnessed. I feel bad for you now. Huh? I tell you, I saw him that night. I saw him coming out of Juan's room. You kidding? Oh no. It was about 10 minutes before Juan's body was discovered. It was just a coincidence. I was on my way to the toilet, minding my own business. And? Did you tell that to the police? Well, of course. I thought I could get a gift certificate or 2 out of it, maybe. Maybe more. Gift certificate? I've been recruited again for that part of the trial. You know, the trial tomorrow. This time, you're gonna get it. I'm gonna work hard to get your client pronounced guilty. But Mr. Ongard hasn't done anything bad. I don't care about details like that. I know he did my dear poor Juan in. I just do. That yellow-bellied chicken. A yellow-bellied chicken. I wonder what that would look like. I trust my senses. I know when someone did something bad, and I say he did it. What did Mr. Ongard ever do to deserve this? Or do to her to deserve this? What did Mr. Ongard do to you? To make you so... You don't know? That guy, he framed my Juan. He created that scandal that plagued poor Juan. Mr. Nick? What is it? What's a scandal? Oh, I'll tell you about that after we get home, okay? Poor Juan, led astray by the wiles of that vile temptress. Mr. Nick, what do vials and wild temptress mean? How about we just listen to what Miss Oldbag has to say for now, okay, pals? So, Miss Oldbag, who is this woman you're talking about? Adrian Andrews, of course. Who else? That guy, he shoved the girl onto Juan on purpose. His own manager? But why? I thought lawyers were smart. It was to create a scandal to make Juan lose face. That girl drove Juan into a scandal that dragged his reputation through the mud. Sounds like a pretty standard definition of a scandal to me. Huh. What do you know about that anyway, Miss Oldbag? I'm one of Juan's biggest fans. I'm always out there gathering information. There's nothing I don't know. And do you have proof that Mr. Ongard did what you say he did? Next week's issue of a certain magazine says so. Ugh, of course. A tabloid! Next week, doesn't that mean it's something people don't know about yet? Why would Miss Oldbag have information like that? And where did she get it? She probably got it from Lada! More than likely! Wait, how do I get to... Where is it? The hallway? Oh, it's there. I keep forgetting the Viola Hall's like the main point. Either way, it's time for your Cyclops to disappear too. Alright, big scoop. Lotta, will you please answer my questions? On the night of the murder, why were you loitering around the victim's room? I told you, didn't I? For my scoop. What I want to know about are the details of this scoop. That's not something I can tell you. I mean, that there's my bread and butter. Alright then, an unpleasant tabloid photographer looking for a scoop. I'm gonna say that you were looking into a scandal. Could it be that you, Lotta Hart, were looking for a break with a huge story? Perhaps an unfolding scandal between Juan Corrida and this person. Oh. Ding ding! Miss Andrews. This woman. She's Adrian Andrews, Matt Onguard's manager. The Nickel Samurai's manager caught secretly meeting with his rival, the German Ninja. It would be the hottest story of the season, wouldn't it? There's one! You're pretty good at this guessing thing, Mr. Lawyer. But you can't just make up any old thing and think it'll make the papers. You gotta have backup. Backup? Yeah, you gotta have that. That what's-it news source. Are you on about proof? Oh. You mean news source? That's it. So show me something that shows that one guy had something with Miss Andrews. You got it. An article from the tabloid Gossip Land. Touch the check button for details. A superstar in an ultra-hot, mega-secret love scandal. Reliable sources say that Juan Corrida has been getting in close with the mysterious yet beautiful manager to the Stars, Miss AA. This is the article from a certain weekly tabloid. German Midnight Rendezvous. To the mysterious yet beautiful manager to the Stars, Miss AA. Mr. Corrida didn't have a manager of his own. What's more, his rival, Mr. Onguard's manager, Adrian Andrews, she has the initials AA. You saw this article and then thought to take some pictures of them as proof. That's why you were lurking around Mr. Corrida's door last night. Wah! Wah! Oh my god, the way that sounded. Oh, that was great. No, so now I can talk to her about the big scoop. The big scoop. You were looking into Mr. Corrida and Miss Andrews' affair, weren't you? You got it. I was going to get myself a scoop by catching him in a secret meeting. But there's already an article about it in one of the weekly tabloid magazines. It's no longer breaking news. What'd you say? Her initials are AA. What kind of vague thing is that? That ain't no proof of nothing. People are going to want to see a real proof. Well, at least I do. So that's what I was doing, getting photos. Oh. I'm going to whip up the reader's interest with some gossip and a little misleading. Then spice it up a little and have myself an exclusive story. Wow, Lotta. Nice journalistic integrity you got there. I already finished writing up my spicy article, you know. But the paper I wrote it on, my note to myself, it's gone. Your note to yourself? It was inside the case of my $1,600 camera. They don't run off together. I came here for my big story, didn't come here to have my treasure disappear on me. Yeah, I understand. It's enough to make a gal go bonkers, I tell ya. What's with people now anyways? Never thought I'd see the day when someone done steal something from me. You really want that note back, huh? Got no idea why though. The story on that note is probably a bold-faced lie. Wait, updated? I guess it's updated because she lost a note with it? Anyway, I'm done here. Right, got the Viola Hall. And then I think I can go to... Oh. Lobby? Ah, there it is. Yeah, Criminal Affairs Department. Woohoo! We're here! Again. Alright. Detective Gumshoe said they had an investigation briefing. Yeah. Oh, he's back. Hey, so you came, pal. Why the blunt greeting? Because there's nothing to be friendly or happy about? What do you mean by that? Well, things look perfect this time around. The evidence and testimony are airtight. But we can't just roll over and die. We have to stay positive. Oof. Not good. Airtight evidence? So, what do you mean the evidence is airtight? I can't give you all the details, pal, but there's two big pieces. Two? And both of them are in this photo. The first is the button that's missing from the victim's chest. That's the button that you found during your body search of Matt Onguard, or Mr. Onguard. Yep, I found it in the folds of the Nickel Samurai's special pants. The second one is the knife in his chest, pal. The fingerprints on the knife in his chest, to be exact. Fingerprints? Whose are they? You didn't even have to ask, little missy. It's obvious. They're Matt Onguard's. Tomorrow's trial. Talk about being stuck between a rock and a hard place. Airtight testimony. So what about this airtight testimony? It's that old security lady, Miss Olbeck. I thought so. What do you mean, you thought so? Did she tell you something, pal? Well, I even told her not to open that mouth of hers or blab to anybody. Her blab knob is stuck on 10. There's no turning it down, trust me. Yeah, well, Miss Olbeck saw it all, pal. She saw Mr. Ongard come out of the victim's room around the estimated time of death. No way. Not good. What about this? We're pretty interested in this bit of gossip ourselves. The scandal with Mr. Carida. But why? Well, 2 years ago, a woman committed suicide. Suicide? Her name was Celeste Impax, and she was Juan Carida's manager. The victim's manager? That's not all, pal. Miss Impax was Miss Adrian Andrews' mentor. She taught Miss Andrews everything she knew about the business from square one. Her mentor? One who was both Mr. Carida's manager and Miss Andrews' mentor. Could her suicide have something to do with this case? Do you want to know more about her, pal? Yeah, actually, I do. Celeste Impax. She was the victim's manager and was also Miss Adrian Andrews' mentor. It's been 2 years since her suicide, and now those two are linked again by another death. Now maybe it's just a coincidence, but oh no. Oh, he got knocked out cold. I'm getting sick of dealing with one foolish idiot after another. But Miss von Karma, you can't seem to stop allying yourself with the enemy, can you? I don't need a traitor in my midst. You don't mean... I do. Scruffy. You have 30 minutes to get out of here. You are no longer needed. Goodbye. But that's... Wait, please wait, sir. If I don't get this month's pay, I'll stop. Quiet. If it weren't for traitors like you, I would have won. Is that what you want to say? Who? That voice. It's Edgeworth! Oh my god, he's back. He's finally back. Edgeworth! It's been a long time, right? But this person... This is Mr. Edgeworth? What am I going to do with you? Still blaming others when things go wrong. Oh my god, what the hell is that? Expression? No, it's a totally different, like, frame. Or still of him. You haven't changed a bit, Franziska. You... How dare you show your face to me without a shred of shame upon it? You've soiled the Von Karma name and dragged it through the mud. Run away with your tail between your legs like the ill-bred dog you are. To be fair, he's not a Von Karma. Are you talking about the Von Karma family creed, to be perfect in every way? Then let's hear it, Franziska. How are things going? I hear you are having a rough time maintaining perfection in this country. You seem to be getting crushed under the weight of it all. That's why I came back. Keep your assumptions to yourself. I haven't given in yet. I won't lose. This case is mine. I'll never hand it over to you. Never. Mr. Phoenix Wright, I will see you tomorrow in court. It will be a clinical lesson on the meaning of total victory. Still the same wild mare she always was. Oh my god, Edgeworth. Was not expecting him. Tomorrow's trial. I thought you, the prosecutor Miles Edgeworth, had gone and died. Mr. Nick? I never wanted to see you again. I think that's enough of a warm welcome for someone you haven't seen in a year. You're gonna run tomorrow's trial? You heard her, right? That wild mare hasn't given in yet, it seems. So no, I don't think I'll be making an appearance. Your hatred for me is quite unhealthy, not to mention one-sided. But I will say one thing. You can't win on your own at the trial tomorrow. What is that supposed to mean? I have something definitive that you lack, and that's the definition of teamwork. It's the power to find the truth. The truth. In order to understand the case, you have to understand a certain truth. Well, if you ever feel the need for my assistance, it is available to you. I'm not in charge of this case, so I can be a bit more generous with information. Just what is going on inside his head? Proof of Von Karma blood. A lot of things may have happened, however Manfred von Karma was still my mentor, and a perfect win record is proof of a von Karma. 1 year ago, you could not establish guilt in a few cases. Are those losses the reason you suddenly disappeared from the prosecutor's office? Did you leave because you had lost your perfect win record? To think your motivation for prosecuting trials was so selfish. It'd have been better for everyone if you never came back from the dead Edgeworth. I see. Then let me ask you something. Why do you stand in the courtroom? What is your reason? Ooh. Well, if it was Franziska, she would almost definitely say, I will defeat you this time, the instant she saw me. But the courtroom is not a personal battlefield for prosecutors and lawyers. I stand in the courtroom to defend my client. To save their lives. To save your client, you say. Those who think only of their own ego-driven goals. Those kind of prosecutors are reprehensible to me. Even if you're a prodigy. Or someone like you, Edgeworth. It looks like there is still a lot you have yet to learn. A lot I have yet to learn. Me? Well, that's enough for now. The time when you will see is coming soon enough. Okay. Does he know anything about Celeste? Oh, whoa, he actually has a... Oh no, his portrait's the same. It's just... it looked different for some reason. This woman is another key to the case. Do you really think so? She was Adrian Andrews' mentor a long time ago. But suddenly she was called away by a production, and became Wonka Reader's manager. And then a few months later, Celeste Impax died. But her death was a suicide, right? Yes. But there's still one riddle left unsolved. A riddle? A suicide note. It went missing, no one could find it. A suicide note that just vanished. Huh. Interesting. Doo-doo. Missing suicide note. Miss Impax's death was most certainly a suicide, of that there is no mistake. However, we could not find her suicide note. That's when the police began to suspect that someone had hidden it. The suicide note. But how do you know Miss Impax had even written such a note? There was no solid evidence, however. We did find traces of ink on her right index finger, which makes the likelihood of a suicide note very high. But who would hide such a thing? The police think it was Mr. Wonka Reader himself. The victim? Why? He was the one who found her body, which makes him the only person who had a chance to hide her suicide note. Mr. Reader had his own manager's suicide note? Hid his own manager's suicide note, but why? As long as her note is missing, any speculation beyond this is meaningless. For now, I think you should look at this over. This is the suicide report, part 1 anyway. Right, so that. So can I actually examine it? What's her suicide note hidden? I can't do anything about it. Maybe I just present it to him? I don't like to look through reports. I like suicide reports even less. Worst of all are the reports that have multiple parts like that one. That has 2. 2 parts. What you just handed me is the first part of the report. Here is the second part. The second part of the report is about an attempted suicide. The attempter's name is Adrian Andrews. What? Miss Andrews? What did she do? She tried to kill herself. She doesn't seem like the kind of person to try and kill herself. You think she's a strong career woman? That's just her image. Adrian Andrews, she has a certain secret she's always trying to hide. A secret? Her codependency. That's the key word. Codependency. The word most suited to describing that woman. What? No, codependency. Ooh, pardon me. So how are Adrian Andrews and codependency related? Adrian Andrews' attempt at suicide was a few days after the death of Celeste Impax. And why did Adrian Andrews think about committing suicide? Quite possibly because she had lost her will to live. Lost her will, but why would she? Her pillar of strength, her mentor Celeste Impacts, was gone forever. That's why. Why would that... Is this what they call following someone to the grave? After her attempted suicide, Adrian Andrews started attending counselling sessions. She's a person who looks for someone who she can trust unconditionally. Once she finds that someone, she blindly follows them. Without someone to guide her, she feels uneasy and can't carry herself through life. And that's her codependency? When Celeste Impact suddenly committed suicide, the world before her turned pitch black. Pitch dark. That's according to Adrian Andrews herself. Then, that means her super confident attitude. It's all a facade. She's only copying her mentor's behaviour to hold herself together. How terrible. Jesus. Huh. I'm pretty sure they changed the way this game, or the way the story works. Yeah. Actually, wait, will On Guard have anything? Like, will he know anything about Celeste? But no, what I was going to say was, I'm pretty sure in the show they changed it so that Celeste wasn't her mentor, and it changed it so they were sisters. So that meant that her suicide had more of an impact on her life, I suppose. I guess is what they were trying to get across in the show. Yeah, the lawyer dude. So what did you find out? Well, I'm still in the middle of investigating. I see. I've already told you everything I know, dude. Yeah, but what do you know about this woman? What's wrong? How much do you know? Well, what do you mean, how much? Mr. Lawyer, I may be your client, but I hope you will keep yourself out of my personal life. Ooh. No, I would never... Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a lunch appointment I have to keep. You're in detention. Who in the world are you going to eat with? The security guard? Mr. Nick, the Celeste Impact lady. Somehow I get the feeling she is a very important person in all this. Yeah, it seems that way. Especially considering the way I might be your client. Keep the fuck out of my business. So, okay, sheesh. The hotel lobby. Oh no. Ah! There we go. Don't say where your connection was unstable. Fantastic. No, I don't want to talk to you. Crap, what am I doing? Wanna move. Right, to the hallway. Where was it that we found Adrian, anyway? I don't remember. I was in Non-Guard's room, of course. Not the crime scene. Yeah, there's all sorts of stuff in here. There's like a pike, a sword. Oh, Miss Andrews is here. But it looks like she's talking with someone. That's Franziska von Karma. Oh no. Miss von Karma? What are you doing here? Well, you see, I'm his lawyer, so... You've got some nerve following me around. Following you? That's you, Miss von Karma. You're the one doing the following. Earls. You're always following after that Mr. Detective with that little with the little beard. Me? Following after Scruffy? Don't make me laugh. I'll show you something interesting. Little girl. Wait, the transmitter. What is that? An electromagnetic receiver. I planted a tracking device on that detective. And with this, I know that falls every move. So that noise we heard was this receiver. I feel really sorry for poor Detective Gumshoe now. Now then, let's stop wasting time. Adrian Andrews. Yes? Think hard about what we just discussed. Understood? No, alright. What were those two talking about? Miss Andrews, she seemed a little dazed. Seems a little dazed, doesn't she? A little. I mean, if anything, I was going to talk to her, but I'm like, I might as well just do the Magatama. Do I have enough info? I suppose I do. We've got the magazine clipping, which is to do with her Celeste Impacts we know about. We know about the suicide report, and her attempted suicide. So... I mean, that's 4 things. I can only hope that I have enough. Motive for murder. Why was Juan Carina murdered? If you ask me, I think you know the reason he was killed. Why are you hiding things? Don't you realize you're putting Mr. Ongar's life in danger by your actions? Why do you ask questions for which I have no answer? The truth is, I was not that close to Mr. Carina. You were not that close. That's right. I've never been good at being intimate with another person. You are not good at being intimate with another person. Somehow I highly doubt that. This magazine clipping says otherwise. You and Mr. Carina had an intimate relationship, did you not? A silly third-rate tabloid article. If you even had half your wits about you, you wouldn't believe such rubbish. Well, it seems quite a few people bought into this story. As to be expected in a world filled with crooks and liars. Note to self, stay on her good side. In any case, I despise interpersonal relationships like that. I see, however... What if there was a need for you to get close to someone? Me? Need to get close to Mr. Carina? As if there was ever such a need. Can you get close to Mr. Carina for this person's sake? Oh, so this would be for Celeste. Celeste Impact's your mentor. Why do you know about Celeste? Oh! Miss Impact, she committed suicide, didn't she? But it looks like no one knows why. Right before her death, she was Juan Carina's manager. So I believe you got close to Miss Carina so you could find out more about her suicide. You have a great imagination. You may have a future yet as a slimy muckraker for a putrid third-rate tabloid. Miss Andrews. There was no mystery surrounding her death. None. It would be pointless for me to force myself into a relationship for nothing. Is that really true? Is there really no mystery at all? I don't believe you were completely at ease with the way her suicide was resolved. Wait, so suicide report, is that part 1 or part 2? Oh yeah, that would be it. Yeah, that's part 1. Miss Impact's suicide note was never found, was it? It looks like the police were under the suspicion that someone had hidden it. Like, maybe the person who discovered her body, Mr. Carina. 1? And Miss Andrews, I believe you thought the same thing. That is why you became intimate with Mr. Carina. Oh! I've sat by quietly and listened to your insulting ramblings for long enough. It's true that Celeste was my mentor, however, allow me to say this again. It had nothing to do with me. I didn't even know that her suicide note was never found. I'm a person who doesn't care about what goes on in the lives of others. That's the impression you like to give, however, I don't think that's who you really are. What? I have evidence that says otherwise. This is proof that Celeste Impacts was someone very special to you. Miss Andrews, you went through it too, didn't you? Went through what? The suicide. Oh, Miss Andrews, you look and act like a very strong woman who has it all together. You don't ask for anyone's help and you live by yourself. Yes, I've been very independent ever since I can remember. However, that is all just a lie, a facade. You've always searched out people on whom you can depend on. You were dependent on Miss Impacts, weren't you? Which is why, when she passed away, you lost everything you had. Stop. When Celeste passed away, so suddenly like that, I died a death of my own, but no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't stop thinking about what had become of her note. You must have heard about the police report. The one that said the police suspected Mr. Carina of hiding Miss Impact's note. You heard about it and thought to recover it from him by getting close, am I right? If that's the case, then everything's changed. What do you mean? What topic did we start this conversation on again? It was why the victim killed? Why was the victim killed? Exactly. Somehow, Miss Andrews, it seems that you have become the one most likely to want Mr. Carina dead. Me? Miss Impacts was everything to you. And then she died. And you would do anything to find out why she killed herself. Even commit murder. Murder? Oh, we got it. Woohoo! Unlock successful! Motive for murder. It's true. I'm a woman who can only live in insecurity. I'm physically small and I don't really have a lot of self-confidence. I've pushed against all that, though I've tried to live strongly. I never wanted anyone to find out the truth. Miss Andrews. This one thing is the one thing I wanted to take with me to the grave. It was my secret, mine and mine alone. I'm sorry. You probably think I'm a worthless human being right now, don't you? Please, Miss Andrews. All I want to know is the truth. After Celeste passed away, I heard that someone had hidden her suicide note, and that someone was Juan Carida. Celeste, without her, I became scared. Everyone seemed like they were out to get me. So you got close to Mr. Carida to recover her suicide note, correct? Looks like that tabloid reported the truth after all. Ironic, isn't it? Well, like they say, where there's smoke, there's fire. And if they purposefully add fuel to the fire, they keep the celebrity world burning. But as for the suicide note, I didn't and wouldn't kill anyone for it. It just doesn't suit me, that's all. Well, that's enough for now. I still have work to do, so... I understand. Oh, I have one small favour to ask. My attempted suicide, I'd like for you to keep it a secret. Miss Andrews? If people found out about my weakness, I would sooner choose to die than live. Alright, I understand. We'll keep it a secret. Miss Andrews. I guess she's the always thinking type. She never says anything carelessly, it seems. Thank you very much. Mr. Nick, can I ask you something? What is it? Miss Andrews has been playing with that card in her hand since a little while back. That card? Yeah, I guess she has. Miss Andrews, what is that card you're holding? Huh? Oh, this? I don't quite know. It just suddenly appeared in my handbag. Weird. What is it? It looks like a seashell. That's what it looks like, doesn't it? I honestly don't remember owning this card. I wonder where I picked it up from. Her not remembering something clearly sounds like it would be a rare occurrence. Well, I must be off. I leave Mr. Ungard in your capable hands. Thank you! Oh. What now? Well, I think we've gathered about all we can. What about Mystic Maya? Is she alright? Oh, Pearls. She looks so worn out by all this. She hasn't slept at all, and has been walking all over the place with me today. What's wrong, Mr. Nick? Let's go back to the office for a little while. You're really tired, right? Oh, no. I'm okay, really. I'm fine. I really am. Oh my god. You don't look fine to me. Alright, I guess we're going back to the office. I was about to say, to the office, but I don't even know how I get back there. The lobby? Okay, yeah, it is. Cool. There we go, we're back. Woohoo! Ah, God. So what now? Well, we did find one thing out for sure. Miss Andrews has a motive. You mean Miss Impax's suicide note? That's right. She was also the one to discover the victim's body. Clever. Oh, the transceiver? Yeah, the transceiver. Hello? This is the law office of Wright & Co. Mr. Attorney, you're not answering a phone. Maya, where's Maya? As I promised, I have not come within a few feet of her this whole time. Phew. Which is why I suppose she is absolutely famished. What? So I suggest you win a quick acquittal, my friend. At any cost, wouldn't you agree? Wait, Maya, let me hear her. Very well. Ask Maya, is that you? Sis. Ask my sis. Maya! Damn it, he cut me off. Mystic Maya said, ask my sis, didn't she? Sis? What does she mean by that? Come on, Phoenix. Oh, you're a hopeless one. Sorry, it's Mia! Oh, God. She looks so weird, in that outfit and that hairstyle. Mia! I have a message from Maya. So come, ask me anything you want about her. She also has that stern look about her face. Maya's situation. How's Maya? She's safe, for now. That kidnapper is one to keep his word, it seems. I'm glad to hear she's safe. But Mia, how did you know? As soon as she was locked up, Maya called for me. I read the note she left. Then I gathered as much information about her surroundings as I could. didn't know you could use spirit channeling like this. Pretty smart of her. The kidnapper. The kidnapper. What's he like? I don't know. Apparently, Maya went to answer a phone call at the hotel and was drugged there. And she didn't see the face of her attacker. Maya's locked up in a very dark place right now. I'll tell you everything I heard when I was with her. When you were with her? Oh, okay, so we're going back to Maya's POV. I'm starving. Could really go for some apple pie. I mean, at a time like this, sweets are the only way to go. I have to stay positive. He promised he wasn't going to kill me. I'm not going to die. Sis, I wonder if you're with Nick right now. So all I can do is examine, I suppose. So what is this? Oh, it's the card! Someone dropped a card here. Kinda looks like a business card, but there's no name on it. Yeah, it's the exact same one that Andrews was playing with. It's a picture of a seashell, I think. What a strange card. Try, it's locked. But the stall's lock seems easy enough to open. On TV, the hero always uses a plastic card or a stiff piece of cardboard. Then click, they magically open the door. I wonder if there's a card like that around here I could use. Ah, that's it. The shell card. If I use this, maybe I can get the door open. This might be my key out of here. Had a feeling this card might be useful. I'm such a genius. Alright, now if you'll excuse me, Mr. Kidnapper. Hey, it clicked open. I did it. Okay, now I'm getting the heck out of here. I shouldn't keep Nick waiting. Or worried. Okay. Ah, what? To be continued. Great. On the plus side, it's now the trial. So I've done, I think, about a quarter of this case so far. Which is pretty good. But either way, because I've done, like, the first chunk of this case, I'm ending the session. Next session will probably be both trials. Well, I don't actually know. Is it 2 trials? I can't remember. Either way, it will be the trial. Next session, then the investigation, then the trial. And then that'll be it. Hopefully. It shouldn't be too long. I mean, it's been nearly 2 hours for just the investigation. The trial will probably be about an hour and a half. Then probably maybe about 2 hours for an investigation. It really depends. Like, they can change in speed and stuff. Or how long stuff takes and everything. Either way, that is going to be the end of this session. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed. And until next time, take care.